You like Trump? Good girl. You like Biden? Come on, man. We cheated. Okay, good evening. I was watching a video earlier and talking with Donkey Stomper on that. He was doing a video of a 4-pill, one before, something like that. I think it was one before. And I asked him what sorting iron he had, and he said a Weller, and I don't know. The Weller I had wasn't no count. It was a Weller TMT-9000S-1. I think that's what it was. Well, this is the sorting station I got, and I was just wanting to. I ain't trying to sell him nothing because he's going to have to buy it off eBay or wherever, and I don't make any money off of it or nothing. But any one of y'all that want to buy a good sorting station, give this a shot. It's a lot more money. It's around $450, but it's well worth the money for what you get. I'm going to tell you exactly what you get and why it's better. You actually got two sorting stations in one. You got one or two, or A and B, whichever you want to say it. You got station 1 can be Republican red. That's your hottest element. Or either you can have Democrat blue over here for working like radios and stuff. And or either you could have, I think the other color is yellow, turncoat yellow, rhino yellow. That's a lesser heat. I think this one's up around the top, is around about 900 on red. Blue, I think, is 700 or so. They got ranges. I don't know exactly what they are. And then yellow's down low between 500 to 600, and these are from 600. The blue's 600 to 700, and this is from 800 to 900, something like that. But like I said, you get 2 units. If one channel, I've seen a couple on eBay that the channels went out and they still remain to use this one channel. And they take them apart and fix them and fix the other channel. I don't know, but I ain't never had no trouble out of this one. This is, I think, right at 3 years old. You have to go back to the videos. But I had Heiko and everything before this. Heiko, however you want to call it. But the problem with them was a lot of problems. Tray of stuff here for them. Wands, I kind of rough on them back in. I pry on them. The tips would always stay either one side of the tip or the other side of the tip. Would one side would take sorter, but the other one wouldn't. It would be mule scale over top of it, and you go to put it down on the board or whatever you're going to solder, and it wouldn't transfer the heat because the scale was over top of it. You'd have to turn it, and it's just a lot of trouble. You'd clean it and take this tip cleaner and tinner and all this stuff. And I mean, if you wiped it off too much, the tip, now that's a Heiko tip. I let it settle down and it got hot for about 3 or 4 days. I left it on and didn't use it, and come back and that's what it looked like. And I had a hard time getting that off the element. It got rust up inside down. It wouldn't come off. It was a bitch. You get some hung up inside the barrels like that one, and then you take cost of this shit now. The tube is through Fat Boy $4.75. The nut is $4.75. The tip $4.75. The element $18. You buy a tip, $5. I didn't even see any of them on this website today. They're hard to get. This was actually Bakelite. It's a real one that came on. But if you get a aftermarket tip on eBay, it's not the real tip. I got some, and they just won't hold up. That was a problem with the Heiko and the cheaper models. I've had, I don't know. I've tried them all. I've tried what is it, Epson? I've tried all the cheaper ones. I've had some older Wellers. They was pretty good. It's kind of hard to get tips for the older ones, but I got it with a company which was Metcal. Got it with them, and they got me hooked up with Metcal, and I got a Metcal, but my representative moved to this company here, which is I think a sister company of Metcal, Thermaltronics, and it's really good. It takes elements in it, like I said, and it off of heat, and it looks like you don't have much room, and you really don't, but if you need room while it's cold, you can use the element in there like that and get more room. You get a lot more room without this on there. This is just a handle with silicone. It goes over top of there, very easy. The parts easy to get for it. What little parts you need. The wand actually screws on, and it's temperature. When it goes to the resting station, the temperature drops, lowers, so it don't sit there and just burn up a tip. That's the thing with the Heiko and the cheaper models, is like when you set them to a temperature, it stays that temperature and it burns the tips up. This don't do that. Never burn a tip up. I got 3 tips with this thing. I've burnt one up, but it wasn't from that. It was having DC in the box, high voltage. It was like 21 volts, and it had earth ground at the time. I've done took the earth ground off of it, and it actually runs through the wand. So when I touched it, it earth ground, it burned the element up, and that was it for that element. And that is this element here. The reason I kept it is because I can get the number off of it and get another one. And I got them through Amazon, $17 a piece. You can go through Mauser, other companies like it, and get these elements. It's the same one for the Metcal. The Metcal MX500S or something another. Well, the number on this one is T as in Tom, M as in Mike, T as in Tom, dash 9000, S as in Sam, dash 1. I think I seen one on Amazon a while ago for like $4.25. Yes, a lot of money, but then again, you got to think you're getting actually 2 units. I've been thinking about getting another wand and another stand, and have another one over here with maybe a big tip on it, and one with a little tip on it. But then again, you know, it's just more shit on the table. I'm satisfied with what I got here, and I'll change the tip out if I want to. Alright, the stand, really nice. Holds your consumables. The JVCs or whatever the hell it is, the nicer, the ones that cost a lot of money, you think this is high? They're really high. They got a little thing on it where you can pull this down there and pull the thing off of it. I just take the and pull it out with that while it's hot, and there you go. Alright, need good element. Alright, I just This thing's pretty damn rugged, and I like that too. The Mat Cow, if you pulled the element out, you would have to reset it. For say cut the switch off, and then wait a second, cut it back on. This, you maybe should do it, but it's pretty rugged. I don't have to. See, the tip's not in it. It's not registering a tip. Put the tip in it. It's detected it. And it's already got hot. It's ready to take solder that quick. It's actually that quick. Like I said, this is a little tip. They always stay clean. No mill scale whatsoever. Perfect. Every time. You don't have to worry about cleaning that. None of that shit. You need to change the tip. You want a wider tip. I just take my little pad off there. It's already wet. And stick another tip in. It goes up there. It detects it in there. And it's already getting hot. And there it goes, taking solder. It's a bigger tip. It's going to take a little bit more time. And then it has to transfer the heat. But the bigger the tip, the more it transfers. Got a nice little stand. Ain't quite as nice as a Mat Cow. But that's just a little cheap Dollar General chore, whatever the hell you call that shit. And then this is a little sponge from there. Like I said, never had a tip to where it wouldn't take solder. Always solder. And when you set it on its stand, it goes into rest mode. It cools down. But as soon, now it don't cool all the way down, it cools down to about 500 degrees. The best I can understand it, about around 500. So it's just enough to melt solder and just enough to not eat the tip up. Now the Mat Cow does the same thing, but the cheaper Hakos, Willers, all that stuff, they'll just, whatever temperature you set them at, that's it. The cheaper ones. Now they got some that'll do this too. I think Hako's got one. I'd like to get one, but I ain't having no luck through the actual company. Well, this has got a magnet in it. I don't know whether this is steel right here on this end. I don't know whether it's to hold this in or because the load on that thing is like 20. You set it down and it goes down to about 15. You pick it up, temperature goes back up, heats it back up again. It automatically drops it back down to 15, so it's got a resting mode. It cools back down so you don't burn up tips. That's the biggest thing about it, and you just don't know till you run one. If you ever run one of these, you won't want to go back to the other one. I mean, I still got my Hakos over there. I still run them from time to time, but it's not even a comparison. It's like buying a Yugo and driving it and then getting a Corvette and wishing you had that. This is what, like I said, I got sponsored. I got this one for free as a trial, and then I got to keep it. My Mat Cow. I was sponsored by Mat Cow. Got a Mat Cow for a demo, and I got to keep it. But the elements for it's high. The elements for this are very cheap. $17, $18. It's cheaper than the Hako stuff. I got another drawer of that shit for them. It was just a nightmare trying to keep the tips clean. And I've seen Fat Cat having to clean on his and replacing the element, and I don't know. This, I've never had to do any of that. Never. And I hope to God I don't, but I don't see that happening the way it's made. majority of it is just in the element. So majority of the stuff you got to work with, other than being that socket down in here and the line going over to that, everything else is built in this. Yeah, I mean, you can't physically work on it, but you can physically buy one for $17 and no more than this. And your sorting station is fixed. You cannot beat it. There's no way. No damn way. No way. I mean, all damn day long. Bam, 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 bam. You don't have to stop and clean it. Okay, I stopped here and watched television for 3 hours. I've went upstairs and been up out all damn day long, left it on all night, come back next day, ready to go. Should I leave it on like that? No. Did I mean to? No. But it didn't hurt nothing. I did have one thing, but that was with the other sorting station. This was not good. I think the cat done it. I went upstairs to eat lunch, supper, get some booty, something other, I don't know. But I had the sorting iron sitting up there, and this book was sitting up there, and I was doing something evidently with a Cobra radio. And the iron got knocked off. Not this one, the Heiko. And it burned a hole in the book, but didn't burn the book up. Didn't set the house on fire, thank God. But I think I was here when that happened. I'm not for sure. But it burned a hole all the way through it. See my finger? And didn't catch the house on fire. Didn't catch no more than that paper on fire. I don't know how I got that lucky. The good Lord was looking after me. But yeah, if y'all need a sorting station, I can't rave enough about it. Everything on it's perfect. Everything. The only thing that I could say that it could be improved was move the wattage from 40 up to 70. It don't have any, that screen on the front of it don't really do a damn thing but tell you what the load is on it, and you don't ever look at it. And see, it was sitting there, it went up to 70 and it's back down to 35 right now, but it's ready to go. It's perfect. Like I said, the only thing I could do, I don't even want to go back to that anymore. I'll run them long as I got them over there, and they're good for a cheap little unit if you ain't got money. But if you can, and save your money and get you one of these units right here, I guarantee you, you'll be more productive because you don't have to clean. I noticed with mine I'd have to clean, re-solder tips. Look, this one is a new one, but trying to get tips back to working. Trying to get that stuff back to working. All that vapor, getting tips lodged on the elements. I got some wands I just threw away. I couldn't get the tips off of them. Look at that shit. I don't have to mess with that shit anymore. It's just a thing of past. I just throw it away. But I got to. I'm still using. Actually, I got 3. I got a cheaper version of a Heiko. So I actually got 4. I got that little blue station with the hot air on it. plus a little off the wall Heiko, like Fat Boy sells, and then 2 Heikos. So, and all of them use the same thing, all the same one, this, that, and the other, and every one of them had the same issue. Same freaking issue. It's good, but not like this. So take it at it what you will, but the 2 things I know I can rely on every day is when I come down here to this table is that and that. And the bird what made us. Which that's gonna be, you know, they're gonna work good. So alright, y'all have a good day, and y'all take it as how I left it. That's all I can do. But yeah. Alright then, have a good day.